So that's it for the weight loss section. In review, the low-calorie diets don't make much sense because your body adapts to the lack of calories by reducing the metabolic rate rather than actually consuming the fat that we're targeting, but also because it keeps you in that low sugar state, those difficult states to manage that encourage binge eating and that encourage unhealthy relationships to food. So if you're still focused on diet, ketones, the low sugar approach definitely works, but it's also not one that I would really recommend because it's just so painful. If I can never have to go through that again, I'll be pretty happy. Um, Looking at exercise, I think the one thing to keep in mind is that um, one of the clear reasons that we store fat is for use in exercise. And so when you're burning fat through exercise, you're actually working with your body, you're working the way your body means fat to be used. So you're working with things rather than against them. Um, and and hopefully the slides we went through gave you some sense of how if you approach it the right way, uh, and exercise becomes easy, it becomes a habit, it becomes self-sustaining, and it's not going to be difficult the way that it was at the beginning if you keep with it and if you do it the right way. So as an example of how to really kind of lose weight in the easiest way is just brisk walking. So I do say brisk in the sense that if you're just walking at a really slow pace, you're not really doing enough, and you should try to push yourself a little bit, try to get wherever you're going a little bit faster and enjoy it. I enjoy walking fast, and I enjoy walking, but and so for example, perhaps European style grocery shopping has you shopping every couple days rather than once a week. And so you buy a lot less food, but it's a lot more mellow. And so if you want, perhaps make your grocery shopping be something that you do on foot. If you're really too far from the supermarket, then maybe drive part of the way. But um, uh, finding ways in which to kind of incorporate walking and to replace cars and other forms of transportation. And walking is just a really nice state of being. And you do your best thinking when you're walking. Indeed, the philosopher Nietzsche makes fun of philosophers whom he felt were sit-down philosophers. So it's something to look forward to. But mixed in with this, keep in mind what it was that caused you to put on weight in the first place. So for most people, I mean, most people are following a low-fat, fast sugar diet, and it's extremely fattening. And so if you can stop putting on weight, uh, if you can stabilize that aspect, then you've basically won the battle because uh, if you're putting on, if the diet that you have right now has you putting on a pound a month, which is not really all that much, and which often comes as a result of even being very careful with what you're eating, well, that's 12 pounds a year, that's 120 pounds a decade. That's obviously not something that's sustainable, and that's what's causing so much obesity. So if you can nip that in the bud, if you can reach a state of being where you're not putting on weight anymore, then you have one last effort of losing weight, but then after that you'll be done. And that one effort of losing weight is going to be so much easier if you're not putting on weight every day from eating these fast sugars. One last thing I'll mention is just in case, you might want to have your thyroid levels checked. It's a simple blood test. The reason for this is that the thyroid is the main control point for the metabolic rate. And when the thyroid levels are low, it's very difficult to have the energy you want for the day, and it's very difficult not to put on weight. Now, conversely, it's not a good idea to think of abusing this as a way of losing weight because having too high a thyroid level is definitely not a desirable thing. that's it. So we're at the end. Thank you for your patience in making it this far. I hope that the information will be helpful to you. I'm putting together a new website called betterinfos.com, where I'll be putting resources related to this video and other similar types of presentations. Other than that, I would just wish you the best of luck. Take care.